So this is Autumn.
I can see him.
6'3", tall, muscular, handsome boy. Thursday, September 26, 2014, my son Adam, who's a twin, left for his co-op placement early in the morning, and about 11 o'clock in the morning, my husband Rick drove out of the driveway, and about a half an hour, 45 minutes later, my husband Rick comes zooming in the house, yelling for me to come downstairs, and he delivers the news to me that our 17-year-old son Adam had been run over by a payloader. So Adam was 17 years old. He was in his final year of his high school year at Beamsville District Secondary School. And he was really excited about this final year of school because it was going to be his last year of school before he would be going off to college. And he was going to take that year to kind of figure out what he really wanted to specialize in after school. Adam was somebody who loved to be outdoors. He loved to hunt. He loved to fish. Every day he would be online looking for a boat. He was, set that his money that he had made from working, him and his brother were going to put their money together and they were buying a fishing boat. So he was somebody that was always involved in that kind of stuff. He was always somebody who was playing sports. Over the years, there's not much that Adam hadn't played. He was somebody who was always incredibly active, soccer, lacrosse, hockey. Hockey was definitely his favorite sport for sure. So just a kid that you never really could hold down for long. He was always busy. He was somebody who loved life. He was always joking around. He was somebody who could always make you smile, and just an all-around good kid. Just somebody that we certainly feel the void in this household for sure. Rick was one of the first responders on the scene at Adam's accident. And I should say that Adam was working in an auto recycling facility for his co-op placement. And his job that day was going around with the manager of the recycling facility, and they were picking up tire rims down the rows of the wrecked cars. We know that Adam threw a tire rim into the bucket of the front of the payloader. And they believe that either he was thrown off balance and fell and was run over by the payloader, or for some reason his sunglasses or his hat or something might have fallen and he bent down to pick them up and he got hit by the ladder of the payloader and thrown into the rear wheel of the payloader. Adam died instantly at the scene. It was a massive head injury, as you can imagine. The driver immediately stopped the vehicle and started CPR on him. One of the other owners of the facility was there when Rick arrived and the police arrived and were doing CPR on him, but unfortunately Adam was already dead at that point in time. So Adam had just started his co-op placement the first week. He had done a bunch of safety training already through the school co-op program. Now, we didn't believe that there was a safety risk at all. In hindsight, looking back, we were obviously naive about the risks that are out there for young workers going into any kind of a work facility. I think the one thing that I have learned since Adam has died is that you never get over the loss of a child or a loss of somebody that's significant to you. We grieve the life that was lost, and we continue to grieve the life that wasn't allowed to live. I can tell you that something as simple as going to a wedding where I see the mother dancing with her son brings me to tears, because that's not something that I'm ever going to get to do with Adam. Here we are 6.5 years later trying to figure out how we continue as a family. Doing your first family picture without that loved one in it is significant. And, we did our first family picture by bringing our favorite pictures of Adam, and each one of us held our favorite picture so that we felt like he was at least included in that first family picture without him in it. And you never get over it. You know, every day there's at some point in time, I feel the loss. I think oftentimes we become complacent, and even though we've been doing a job for a number of years, I think we stop to think about, you know, those little things that can happen. And I can tell you, in 29 years of working in trauma, it only takes a second for an accident to happen. And some of these accidents, you know, may be minor, it might be a simple cut, but for some of these workplace accidents, these are, the person's either going to die, or, you know, they're going to be left with a significant deficit from their injury. Always be aware of your surroundings and what's going on around you. I think your gut is probably your number one thing that can kind of keep you safe. You know, if something feels unsafe to you, trust it. Trust your intuition, and you know, question when something feels unright to you. I think probably one of the other things is to remember that you have rights. You know, you cannot put yourself into a unsafe situation, even because that you feel that you have to do the job. You should always question something when you feel that it's not that it's unsafe, or it's unsafe for the workers that are around you. Always be willing to come forward and question safety issues within the facility. Something that you have seen might be an oversight for, you know, the managers and the foremen at places. So you can be the change into a facility if there's something that you can come up with that's going to make it a safer workplace for others.